Hello, and welcome back once again to Infinite Jeff, the project where I, Jeff, read the book Infinite Jest to you one page at a time, one day at a time, put it up on YouTube.com. Doing 4 of these today because I do that thing where I slack for 3 or 4 days and just kind of knock them all out. I'm fond of doing it Sunday morning. Get up, play a little video games, record some Infinite Jeff and Jeff Finnegan's Wakes, and get the garbage together, get the cat boxes done. Because it's garbage day on Sunday. And then go to work. I opened the last 2 days, which means I have to be to work at 5:30 in the morning, which means I have to be up at 4:30 in the morning, which means, because my brain does not like me to sleep if I think I have to be up anytime soon, what that means is that I get very little sleep those nights. So Saturday night, which is what last night was, very, very tired. So I end up passing out at, early. I was, in bed by 8:30 yesterday, and I believe I was sleeping pretty soon after that. So I got up early this morning. Page 282. ETA book Flatland for either Flotman or Chawoff or Thorpe. An elongated darkness with assorted shapes melted by, plus long gauntlets near exits of tall interstitish lamps laying down cones of dirty-looking sodium light. The ghastly sodium lampshade made Mario Incandenza happy to be in his little cone of white inside light. Mario sat next to K.D. Coyle, who was kind of mentally slow, especially after a hard loss, and they played rock, paper, scissors for 200 clicks or more, not saying anything, engrossed in trying to locate patterns in each other's rhythms of choices of shapes, which they both decided there weren't any. 2 or 3 upperclassmen in Levy, Richardson, Obern's, Chawoff's disciplinary lit were slumped over Goncharov's Oblomov, looking very unhappy indeed. Charles Tavis sat way in the back with John Wayne and beamed and spoke nonstop in hushed tones to Wayne as the Canadians stared out the window. DeLint was with the 16's one bus back. He'd been ragging Stice's and Cornspan's asses since their doubles, which it looked like they practically gave away. The bus was shitless. Shit had always found a private, mysterious way back, and then appeared at dawn drills with DeLint in elaborate workups of everything that had gone wrong the day before. He was particularly shrill and insistent and negative after they'd won something. Shat sat listening to Port and didn't respond when hands were waved in front of his face, and Axford and Struck started kibitzing Barry Loach about their knees were feeling punk as well. The luggage rack over everyone's heads bristled with grips and coverless strings, and liniment and tincture of benzoin had been handed out and liberally applied, so the warm air became complexly spiced. Everybody was tired in a good way. The homeward ride's camaraderie was marred only by the fact that someone near the back of the bus started passing around of a Gothic-fronted leaflet offering the kingdom of prehistoric England to the man who could pull Keith Freer out of Bernadette Longley. Freer had been discovered by Prorector Mary Esther Thode, more or less Xing poor Bernadette Longley under an Adidas blanket in the very back seat on the bus trip to the East Coast Clays in Providence in September, and it had been a nasty scene, because there were some basic Academy license rules that it was just unacceptable to flout under the nose of staff. Keith Freer was deeply asleep when the leaflet was getting passed around, but Bernadette Longley wasn't. And when the leaflet hit the front half where all the females now had to sit since September, she'd buried her face in her hands and flushed even on the back of her pretty neck. And her doubles partner, footnote 92, came all the way back to where Jim Struck and Michael Pemulus were sitting and told them in no uncertain terms that somebody on the bus was so immature it was really sad. Charles Tavis was irrepressible. He did a Pierre Trudeau impersonation, and that's page 282. And I will say that, in case you're unaware, Pierre Trudeau was at one point the Prime Minister of Canada, and he's the current Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's father. So, That was page number 282 of Infinite Jeff. Good night.